Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna react to Fear the Walking Dead to 4 episodes at a time. That's how I chose to react to this season 7. I made that choice for several reasons. The first one, a real logical one, the fact that I don't have a lot of persons, on my channel who are watching my videos about Fear the Walking Dead. So, it's a lot of time to make really 4 different videos, and it's easier for me to make, in fact, one video and to put the 4 episodes into it. Even if they are long videos, I know it, but each time, I'm putting on the description the time that you have to jump on if you want really just the reaction part of that episode or that episode. I made that choice also because you know that I have a complicated story with this show. I love the characters a lot since the beginning of this show, but I have issues with the show itself and the stories. If I have to say it, more directly, it's with the writers of the show that I have some issues because they have good ideas. During a lot of moments I thought that they had good ideas, but they don't know how to write them, and it's so frustrating for me. And when I was reacting to one episode at a time, it was beginning to be really annoying for me, and I think also a little for you to watch me being annoyed like that. The fact that I was seeing the qualities but also the defaults, and because it was the same defaults each time, I was really focusing on that. And now to react to 4 episodes at a time, I still see the defaults and the qualities, and something which is fun is the fact that it's the same qualities and it's the same defaults each time, so really that they don't learn from their mistakes, in my opinion. I'm gonna come back to that. But at least, I can also see more the qualities when I'm making things like that, so that's it. 4 episodes at a time. Right there, today I'm gonna watch 2 episodes, and I will see for the 2 next ones if I'm gonna watch them on one day or on 2 sessions. No matter what for you, it's gonna be on the same video. The thing that I wanted to say about the 4 last episodes that I watched, you can see my reaction video about it. I'm gonna put the link. And the thing that I wanted to say, it's yes, what I just said, the fact that they have good ideas, like they know how to create new characters. They made that for the 2 first episodes of the second part of the season. They created each time on these 2 episodes new characters which were great, which already had background, which were interesting, and I was already imagining developments for them and all, but no, they chose to kill them at the end of each episode. And during the 2 next episodes, they killed characters that we already knew and that we already loved. They killed them. You can say that it was well done, but okay, the story around that was well done, but the character was so great that each time, I don't understand why they killed the character like that. Like, Howard was really cool as a character, you didn't keep him, stuff like that. The only one that I'm okay, maybe to kill, it's John Dory Sr. because his development already ended during the last season when they killed the villain which was related to him, so he didn't have a lot of new stuff to resolve, personally, so why not killing him right there? But the other ones, really, I don't understand why. One of you told me on the comments that it's maybe because of the fact that soon, during the next season, they want to add to Fear the Walking Dead some characters of The Walking Dead. Because of the fact that The Walking Dead is gonna end, they don't want to cancel, delete all of the characters, and maybe they want to use some of them in Fear the Walking Dead, so they need the place for new characters. I can understand the logistic behind that, but I cannot appreciate how they are doing it, and in fact why they are doing it for the characters of Fear the Walking Dead, because it truly means that you add characters to sacrifice, that it's okay for you to sacrifice characters, that you didn't care that much, about your characters. So it's making me a little sad, and it's, yes, frustrating to see that you can create good characters that I love a lot, but you can also kill them just like that. And same for the stories, they have good ideas, but they don't know how to write them, and sometimes they are doing things which are really not logical. During the 2 last episodes, I remember that I was shocked, that the situation was resolved so easily, when in fact, if you think about a realistic way to do it, it can't happen just like that. Good ideas, amazing characters, but badly written and sacrificed really a lot for the characters. When they don't know how to use them anymore, they don't know what to do with them anymore, they just prefer to sacrifice them more than to create something new around them. It's frustrating. Really, it's the word for me. This show is frustrating me a lot. But I still love this character, so that's why I'm continuing to watch it, I'm continuing to react to it, because I think that it's also great to have a fan, a reactor, who is not blindly following this show and blindly appreciating everything. It's cool also sometimes to, even as a fan, to say when things are not working well. Okay, let's go for this episode 13. Like usually, if you want, you have my Patreon, on which you can have these videos earlier and with an extended reaction part, so they are really longer video at the end, but if you can be interested by that, and it's also the best way to support me. Let's go for this episode 13. Remember that I'm gonna make a quick review after the episode 13, and then I will watch the episode 14 just after that. Each time, after each episode, I'm making only a quick review because the video is already long with the reaction part. Let's go. Are you gonna continue to make one episode, one character, or please can we have more than 1 or 2 characters?
I remember we never got that warehouse. Nada.
You want to escape?
We're out, man. Outgone. It's just us. And we can take them, but she's got a kid. She can't.
Are you pregnant? She reacted when he said it's just us, no?
Dwight and I might not have enough ammo to take them out.
Definitely do not, because there are a lot.
How many?
It's all. Some of them started following me just after Mr. Doran handed them all off. And then I just didn't discourage the others from joining.
Why?
Strand felt safe in that tower because of the walkers around it.
He has no protection anymore.
There's already walkers in that crater with 1,000 more. Get Mo back to the sub, ain't no mental those already.
Oh, you want to take them to the crater?
Are they crazy?
They followed you and didn't intervene before, you met Dwight and Cherry. Is it really logical? Oh, calm down.
We only get one shot at this, and we're not ready.
You should have warned all those people. Yours, the rest of ours.
We can get more.
You're both right. It's too soon to attack, but it's also a good occasion.
You follow the walker for me. The least I can do is get these walkers to follow you.
Thank you. I call it an honorable.
Laughing and smiling and making dad jokes.
Why?
Because, Dave, we're not gonna have that.
Why not?
You were right. I know what we're up against. So.
Well, you just want to give up?
No, it's not honest. It's just not easy.
She's pregnant. Come on!
Engineering compartment is starting to leak radiation.
Oh fuck.
I got it. You get her.
No.
Why? What's in there? Okay, let me see it.
I was getting the emergency raft and the sub ready to launch. It's for you.
For him?
What are you talking about?
We heard the offer that Strand made.
Okay, what does that have to do with me?
I don't want you to turn into the person that you don't want to be.
We've been over this before. You actually think I'm throwing straight, don't you?
Well, it happened before. I just don't want it to happen again.
Like him joining again?
I think you can stay ahead of her. What do we get if we hand her over?
Davey,
Oh, if you think this is how we're gonna end up, we might as well get something out.
Dwight.
I'm not gonna try and be a better person if you don't even think I can. Pick her up.
Dwight. Tell me that you're bluffing, because with your character, your development, it doesn't make sense, you know, for you to switch like that and to be like, oh, you think that I'm gonna betray you? Let's betray right now. Ah, thank you!
we're outnumbered. Ill-prepared, tired, hungry, sick.
And that's never stopped us before, so
It has been the case, you know, so many times.
you stop.
Why would I be stopped?
I don't know. It's just you keep saying how little time you have left.
I'm sorry for what I said earlier. I don't think that you would take Strand's deal for yourself.
She thinks that you would accept that deal if you would discover that she's pregnant. You found it?
Alicia, is there another way out? Look, we'd be cornered if they came in. We should go through the grading, that way we can stay ahead of them.
The readings, they're way too high.
And Morgan said that thing's lined with lead.
Hers might be, but ours aren't.
Okay, then she'll be protected. That's all that matters right now.
It's not.
What are you talking about? And now you won't even do what we
Oh, come on, tell him that you're pregnant.
I think I might be pregnant.
No, really?
That's a good thing.
Yes. Dwight is gonna be such a good dad.
I will tell you, you go into that place, it will destroy all the parts of you that I love. You know, all the parts that are going to make you a great father.
No.
And I just...
You're right. I want her to be pregnant now. She has to, you know. It was?
Somebody let him out.
Strand?
What did you say?
They're still looking for replacement partners. How loud do you think the fire alarm is in those things?
Pretty loud. Why?
Do you think they could hear it from up there?
You want to...
Morgan and Alicia are heading back.
We're walking right over.
What the hell?
It was a stupid idea and you knew that they were coming. It's now or never, no? I don't know. She is? Plus? No. Come on!
It's not gonna end like this. We're gonna get out of here. I could have come back sooner. Because I know what I might have to do to strengthen the shark.
You will do the right thing when the time comes.
Thanks for the assist. You should keep...
You have your fake hand now?
If we could get
It's
on the
enough.
sub and use the transmitter.
Sleep and radiation. Kidneys.
Nope.
That woman, that mom, she said she heard Strand's message all the way from the water. To the tower, I could use the transmitter from there. No more reason to take it from him.
Now?
No reason for you to take it. Them all as far away from here as possible.
But where are you gonna take her? I mean, there's no way out. I know a way.
Grace said the weather patterns might have been affected. The fallout was off the coast for hundreds of miles.
Morgan is gonna go away with Mo?
You can't walk away just as you're about to face it.
Grace. Grace. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
You're gonna see me again.
Oh, it really sounds like a goodbye, you know, at least for this season. Maybe he's gonna go in Alexandria and maybe it's him who is gonna bring back with him some people from The Walking Dead.
So smells.
Ah.
Oh, looks like me, Jane.
They are all pushing you. And finally, you know, the baby is asleep when she was crying during all of this episode.
We gotta move! Sunset's in a few hours!
That's my queen!
Follow me!
Yes, you're a leader, a strong one. That was a good episode. Really, because we had a lot of characters and not only one or two characters. They made real developments for the characters when even when they made one episode, one character, we didn't evolve that much with that character. Right there during this episode with all of these characters, we are making developments for them and big ones. They're gonna be parents. We had also at the end Morgan who is going away with Mo, and I really think that we're not gonna see him during all of the rest of the season. Like they really want to make that fight Strand against Alicia without Morgan intervening. Or maybe, I was gonna say maybe at the end, you know, coming from nowhere, helping them. We had Morgan doing stuff like that before. No, it would be more interesting really to have only Alicia and Strand right there. These two, they have a strong relationship, and to have them finally fighting each other until the end, until death, it's gonna be great. And we have also developments, you know, for Alicia, who is accepting to come back, really to be the leader again. See? You can make one episode with more than one or two characters. That's one thing. You can make real developments for characters without taking an entire episode, thinking that you have to take an entire episode. And you are doing it better, in fact, at the end. And for the stories that we had during this episode, all of that one with this horde, you know, that Morgan was taking with him and all. For the reason why he's doing that, to have this tower not protected anymore, that's a good idea. To have all of that end with the bunker and all, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure until the moment when we're gonna know who did that with the crater, who had all of these deaths out of the crater. Until then, the resolution, you know, with the bunker is not that much interesting. But okay for having all of the deaths out like that. It's also a good occasion to have Morgan and Alicia during all of this episode together, talking with each other, with that and her being a leader, him going away. So I'm okay with it. All of the story with Dwight and Cherry, the first part of it was really not subtle at all. Really minute one I guessed that she was pregnant. To make all of that thing about, in fact she didn't look the test, so is she pregnant or not, that was really not useful. Like, or maybe just to have them discovering that together, I'm not sure. For me it was not useful, but it was cool. This idea of making her pregnant, that idea about her who wants to escape, to run away, or maybe she's afraid for Dwight to accept that deal with Strand and that's why she wanted to go away. Okay, why not? It's going well with Cherry's character, so okay, why not? I'm not against it, but it's not subtle, you know. Really the first part of the episode for these two, for their story, was not subtle. I prefer the second part with these two knowing that she's gonna be pregnant, fighting to get out. And after that, at the end, they want to fight for that reason. Like, okay, I'm more okay with that part, with how it's written, I mean. The idea behind it, it's a good one. Dwight as a dad, it can be fun, it can be cool. Okay, so it was a good episode. See qualities and defaults, but for once, like for the 4 last episodes, I saw the qualities, I saw the defaults, but I was more frustrated by the defaults than impressed by the qualities. For this episode, I see the defaults and the qualities, but I prefer the qualities than the defaults, which are not that bad, you know. It's just things which are not logical and not subtle, but at the end, all of the good things that they did for the developments of the characters, they are winning, you know, on the balance. So it's really cool. I hope that you liked it. This episode 13. Now let's go for the episode 14.
I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Is this you waving the white flag? I didn't ask you to come.
Daniel came.
So well.
He was part of the plan, you know, to get in.
At the end of the day, you, more than Alicia, just like Victor. Alicia owns the shit done.
You would be alive for me.
I say as well. So which one you are? Oh my right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let me begin this.
Something tells me we have very different ideas of what that means.
Yes,
There's a herd of walkers trapped in a crater from one of the blasts. So
we know it.
I just told my rangers to leave them here.
You did it. I knew it. I said it.
They'll come around eventually. When I first lit that beacon, I did it to keep you out. Now it's to keep you in. And then take them to the roof.
No! You're not gonna kill Daniel, I swear. Even if he's sick, I really don't care.
You're not calling the shots.
Ah!
Put it down. Emergency protocol.
Then right.
Not a chance.
That's a good protocol. Alicia.
I know you feel this way. But we have a long future ahead of us.
Because also she thinks that she's gonna die soon.
It can't end like this. Not for them.
Right.
You're feeling sad. You don't want to lose her. She's that important to you.
Not call up the army.
Stay. Here. In the tower with me.
I'm running out.
Take care of people trapped left.
He's sincere. That's the closest thing, you know,
Stand down, stand down.
close to family.
She's your blind spot.
Ooh, yes.
Protect what you built. You guys want to go back to living out there. You want to give all this up because of what his instincts. Huh? You want to turn that light off? Huh? You gotta go through us. Get it.
Come on, don't tell me that you killed him.
When you make a person, they put their hands in the back, not the front.
Yep. Oh, Daniel, you're so savage.
Yeah, don't stop. He's here to help. No, I know how it sounds.
Yes! Weird, so weird.
Strand had to search for her. He was gonna reunite you, but
They were sick, yes. But Strand never reunited us. Ophelia is alive. And she is in this town.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She's on the top floor. Ophelia, get them on our side.
On our side?
Oh, hey, Victor! Please get us an infirmary. We have a deal. And I'm out of the first thing to help. Come on!
Daniel is like,
Record of everyone in the tower.
why did you say that? He's gonna see that Ophelia is not there.
Her name is not on. Why? You want your daughter? And there she is.
Charlie.
You're always trying to fool people. I'm trying to save the closest thing that I have to her daughter. Surely you can understand that, Dad.
You just called Alicia your daughter?
It's not my daughter.
maybe you can do for her what you could for Ophelia.
To be there.
Be there for her. Be the man you wanted Ophelia to see.
Oh, you're gonna die, Daniel, during this episode. No?
Daniel, we have to go.
I can't leave her. Not now, not like this.
I'm so sorry about her.
But don't be. You help me remember why I wanted to find her before she died. So,
You're saying that she died?
being with you, it's helping me to think more clearly.
Oh, they almost got me right there.
So I'll pay this film. You stay here, just like these guys.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
This isn't my first time walking this with you now.
It's a good one. You know, to make her stay there, all of the sound. Daniel is gonna come.
I love you, Alicia.
The closest thing to that.
I said it!
I just want to prove something to you. I don't think this place will show you the man that I am. I found this in her bag.
Uh-huh.
There is no back. I thought I could use the transmitter.
She's lied to you. Just like Luciana lied to Daniel.
No.
That is why she wants to go to you, not because of the light.
No. I said it that Daniel would come. And I said also that Daniel would die during this episode. Ah.
You believed in us once before. I'm just asking you to do the same thing.
Why making him leave to make him come back, kill him right there? I mean, you could have done all of that with Howard.
The lockers are almost here. Turn it off. I'll give them as much cover as I can.
Are you?
You're never gonna forgive me, are you?
What? What are you talking about?
All of what he did.
Even if I turn it off.
I want you dead to what?
I didn't have a choice.
Of course you did. You always do. And you always make the wrong one.
I was trying to save your life.
You didn't care. But you had to kill to do it.
That's not true.
This confrontation, this discussion, finally. Oh, Alicia! Fire, electricity and... No fire?
This is Alicia Clark. If you're listening to this, you're not alone. Padre, it's here. The tower. We can help you. But first, we're gonna need a little help from you.
I said it. The fire. All of the plants, all of the... I didn't think about the entire building. I thought already, you know, the garden and because of that, the food. Oh, fuck. No trailer, no spoiler. Okay, a quick review after this episode, and you know that I will watch the next episode during the same video for you, but during another day for me. The best episode so far of this season 7, I think. A lot, because we have Alicia versus Strand, two main characters, two characters that we love a lot, that we have since the beginning, who are the most developed of this show, and finally we have them together, and their relationship is important as much as their confrontation, which was important to have, because they are at war, but they didn't talk really to each other, and right there they thought that maybe they could be together again, but in fact no, because they are really different, and at the end, can they still be there for each other, to protect each other, even if they don't want to work together and all? Like, their relationship and their characters are so important for this show that it feels great and right to have them back, to have it back. It was so good, so cool to have Daniel who is involved into all of that, and to have also finally the conclusion, not the conclusion, but a little resolution of his narrative arc about the fact that he lost his mind. They lied about Ophelia being still alive. Right there, Charlie is dying, and he can finally be there for Charlie like he was not there for Ophelia. It was cool also to have that aspect. Wes, I'm okay for all of the part, you know, with Wes who doesn't believe into Strand anymore, who is taking the power and all. I'm okay for all of that part, but for the conclusion of it, you know, killing him like that, I'm not okay at all, because if you needed a character to do what Wes did during this episode, you could have done it with Howard, clearly, and it would have been really more logical with the fact that Howard was the first person to be into that tower, to live into that tower, so he would have protected it until the end. When Wes, who just came into that tower, the fact that he's so loyal to it, to the spirit, the mood of that tower, it doesn't seem so logical, in fact. And the fact that Howard died like that before and it didn't make sense, it would have been better for him to die right there like that, and for Wes to die like that right there after that moment, you know, with him disappearing from a group, reappearing with Strand. No, that was not logical, so I don't understand the fact that right there you're choosing to kill Wes. If you're choosing to keep him alive, to keep him into your show, to make him go with Strand, it has to be for a reason, not to just use him one more time. I don't appreciate that. So now we're not at war with Strand's men anymore. We're gonna be at war with the deads outside. I don't think that the tower can be destroyed like that. For sure, this fire is gonna destroy all of the garden, you know, so all of the food, and that's gonna be a big issue because you promised to everyone you can come, this is gonna be Padre, we can leave all of us right there, but you have nothing to leave right there. And you can't really get out because you have all of this radioactive death around you. That's gonna be a big issue, something to resolve, and in fact I prefer that than a war humans versus humans for the end of this season. We're coming back to the basic stuff of Fear the Walking Dead and also The Walking Dead this universe. We're fighting deads at the end. Oh, it was cool, it was really cool. This episode, I loved it. And like the first one, where I was more, you know, impressed and glad, positive about the first episode, episode 13, right now I'm really more positive. You know, it's that which is frustrating with this show, because the 4 last episodes, the 4 first episodes of the second part of this season, I was frustrated. I saw more the defaults than the qualities, because we had really more defaults than qualities, and there were, you know, repeating the same stuff, they were not progressing, the rhythm was slow and all, and right there you have 2 episodes with a lot of characters, with a lot of things happening, developments for the characters, but also the story progressing so much. There is a real issue, you know, with this show, with episodes which can be so cool and episodes which can be bad. This show is so not regular with the episodes that are offering to the viewers. It's frustrating. But right there it's frustrating the good side of it, you know. I'm glad. These 2 episodes that I watched today were cool. I will see you for the 2 next ones. I don't know when. For you it's gonna be into the same video right now. One day, 1 episode, I will watch the next episode, the episode 16, on another day when it's gonna be out. For you it's gonna be on the same video, because it's like that. You have 1 video, 4 episodes, right there. I'm gonna watch only 1 episode, the episode 15. Let's go for this episode 15. Which was really hard to get. AMC, really I have trouble to understand how you're functioning, how you're working. For The Walking Dead, for Fear the Walking Dead, you're not releasing these episodes on time, and people are paying to have these episodes on time, you know, with 1 week of advance. You're not respecting them, you're not respecting your fans. The 2 last episodes were really great. I hope that this one is gonna be good also. Finally, we're progressing into the story.
Walk us from the crater. When they breach those walls, when they burn, everything's going to be released into the air. Where are we going?
Interesting idea.
So we're in the whole Strand. You didn't want to come with us.
Is still at the tower? The girl, the little girl, no?
I want to help. Then help me find him there. Who knows how to get the Padre?
I think that it's an hallucination. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, even if it's herself behind the mask. See, it's like two persons in one. The girl and Alicia.
I found the girl I told you about. She might know where Padre is, but I'll come looking for him.
You're their leader. They're gonna wait for you. What now? Oh, you're so high. I mean, she's not high. I know that it's because of the fever, you know, that she has these hallucinations.
I didn't know if you were looking. What's your name?
Alicia?
I don't keep you off. You helped me in the woods. I was looking for my friend.
It's yourself, Alicia, and right there she's saying, I'm looking for my friend, because you know that Strand is still into the tower is supposed to be the new Padre.
And your friend really helped us find Padre.
Yes. But we have to find him first.
It's all got off. So funny.
It's Strand!
My mom always said I was too smart for mom, but my mom said the same thing.
Ah!
I'm not getting in a rat. Hey!
It's the two sides of you fighting. The reasonable one, the one that you are right now, and the young one who is impulsive, full of dreams.
He's the one who saved me. He can save you too. And then he can get us all to Padre. Come with me.
If I go, we both die.
I'll die if you stay out here.
Alicia, we wouldn't leave without you. Stop! How did you find me?
I heard your SOS.
It was your SOS.
You don't even know if she's real.
Why is saving her so important to you?
That part of you who wants to live was a dream, but it's frightening me, because if she's giving up on that little girl, it means that she's gonna die.
I don't want to die. I don't want to turn. And she can help me live. Sure, you're not the same as you want. Yes, it's me. I'm here. Where are you?
The other ones, can they hear that?
I'm coming. My friends are just clearing this.
If she managed, you know, into that hallucination to save the girl or to understand who is the girl, maybe Alicia can survive. But if she has to give up on the girl, in fact, she's gonna die.
Jerry, you just found your brother.
You're saying
I
goodbye.
need someone to show them the way. They will help you, Lucy. I have to do this alone.
To die on your own. Oh, Alicia.
My friend. He's not out there.
He's already...
He's here in this tower. Take your Strand.
What a surprise!
No, what he's capable of.
I know everything you do. He can save you. He can save us. No!
Come on.
It's not about Strand.
Now on the same
It's
position.
about you.
Ah, the both of you.
I wanted to give you everything.
You just took everything from me.
Not everything. Come on, be fair. Okay, he was awful. Okay, he did horrible stuff. He's not responsible, guilty of everything.
This is about your mother.
This is about making what she gave us mean something. Look at what she didn't get to.
Please, no, no, no.
Go! Please! Please! Oh, God damn it! There's certain things you always remember about your kid. You don't should just decide like that for every single day. It's the last thing I was meant to do.
To release him? Don't die, Alicia. Please don't die.
Thank you. Why did you come back?
Because I can't leave you.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
She gave that chance to me. It's like, there's no hope there.
She died? So that the part of you that didn't give up on people would live. I'm going to die.
Oh,
Make
no.
sure that people remember this break.
Because your family.
Help me. You can do whatever.
You're not gonna die. Can you stop with that? I'm into a big denial with that information. At least a place with people.
No matter what happens to me, you won't be doing this alone.
I won't be doing it alone because you're going to be all right. Alicia, you there?
Alicia, I swear.
Are you?
If he didn't hear that, I'll make sure he knows.
She said something at the end that he didn't hear.
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to stop this from happening.
Strand isn't there for you. I will see you again.
I swear, it's not real goodbyes.
Thank you for taking us in like you did.
Like all of them, they're saying
Sorry
goodbye.
about you. Now we're gonna have to look after them while we this right now. No, it's too dangerous. I have to do this alone.
No.
Yes, you're not gonna take that boat, that raft, all by yourself.
Alicia!
No!
Get to the raft!
No! I
Huh?
don't know how fast I'll turn. I don't know how much longer I have.
Oh, Strand.
You saved all of them. You saved me.
I didn't just save you. So you could live to do what I couldn't. I did it because I love you too.
No. You're still alive. She looks better.
Feel like myself. Where are you going? Find the people that wrote my message.
She used the bullet for that dead because she knows that she doesn't have to keep it for herself. No! No trailer, no spoiler! Ah, ta 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 ta. I'm thinking, you know, I love this episode for sure because it was about Alicia and you know that she's my favorite character into this show. They went really deep with her evolution, with her development, how she's thinking and all because of that character, because of that little girl who was representing herself, the part of herself who still wants to live, who wants to fight, who wants to be free, who has these dreams, who is saving people. You can say that it's the young Alicia, you can say that it's the dreamy Alicia, you can say stuff like that. It's maybe also the Alicia that Maddison loved, knew, but at the end it's not really important. The fact is that it's a part of herself who was fighting inside for the actual Alicia to stop being like that, just giving up on people and giving up on herself. She led Alicia, the real one, to the tower to save Strand, to not give up on him, and after that she helped her, you know, to survive on that beach. I appreciate that, you know, I appreciate that development, I appreciate the idea behind that, I appreciate how it's done for the majority, you know, of it. But the fact is that it's really not subtle, that I guessed it at minute 2, you know. Why not, you know? Okay, it's not really subtle, it's made on purpose, so the viewers, maybe they can understand stuff before Alicia, so they can make all of these parallels for Alicia. Like, okay, maybe in fact it's on purpose that it's not really subtle. I'm gonna give that to the writers. For saving Strand, you know that I appreciate his character, that he was a really good villain all along this season and the last ones, and that I really appreciate his character also because he's well developed since the beginning, so I'm glad that we are saving him, that it's Alicia who is saving him. These goodbye moments, I appreciate them. So I'm okay for it. I'm okay also for how it's happening, for saving him. For this moment on the beach, you know, with Alicia saying goodbye to everyone, I think that she thought that she was saying goodbye to them, that's why it looks like goodbyes. Again, it's not really subtle because I can guess it really easily, and right there you can't tell me that it was on purpose, because I'm pretty sure that the moment with Strand after that was meant to be a surprise for the viewers, for Alicia to not go, for Strand to go all by himself, for their goodbyes. So it means that it was not on purpose, that it was not that subtle. Still, it's good things, you know, good goodbyes with the friends and with Strand, it's good moments. But yes, it's not really well done until the end. Again, they have good ideas, but they don't know really how to go with them fully. So all of this episode, you know, until the fake end with Alicia left on that beach to die, all of that, for me it's functioning. The ideas, how it's done for the majority of it, some things are really not subtle, but it's nothing awful, it's nothing which is really bothering me. We have so many good ideas and so many good things for the character of Alicia, for the character of Strand, and for how it's done, that I'm okay with it. But for the real end, I'm really less okay with it because it doesn't feel logical at all. Like for Strand to go all by himself without anyone noticing that Alicia is not on board, and none of them coming back to save her, when it's happening a few hours after that, when they're really seeing that on the boat she's not right there, it's not logical. For Alicia to wake up like that, all by herself, without being sick anymore, and not so long ago, because the tower is still burning, because the radiation is bad but not that bad, so it's really not a question of days, it's a question of hours. To have her being so sick for so many days, and right there it's resolved into such a short period of time, and the only explanation that you have about that, it's a little girl saying that you saved her because you became yourself again, you know, they are implying that with their discussion. The fact that Alicia, she did that for Strand, so she came back to who she was really, saving people and all. So because of that, she's herself again, so that's why she saved herself. I understand the meaning, I understand the symbolic, but it's really not logical. Like, right there, you're pushing it too much, writers. For her to wake up so early after that moment, and being also so... you know, so much better, like physically, mentally, like that's it, she's okay in such a short period of time. After that, you know, the fact that she's going back to the tower because she sent that message and she doesn't want people to go to the tower like that. Why not? Because I think that it's gonna be important for the future. Maybe she's gonna meet people. We know also that we have Maddison, who is normally gonna come back into this show. We have only one episode left, so I think that it's because of that she's coming back to the tower. Into that message she said her name, her full name, so I think that Maddison is gonna come back to the tower because she heard that message, so she's gonna meet her daughter and they're gonna live together or something like that. So it doesn't bother me because it's logical with Alicia character and story, and it can be also logical with what they want for this show, for Maddison coming back and all. It was really a good episode. It was slower than the two last ones, but still a lot of big things happen into it. All guys leaving the place, with Strand who was saved by Alicia, Alicia who is finally not sick and that's great, but she's right there staying, going back to the tower again. And we had also something for the character and not something superficial, you know, because we went really deep into Alicia's character, so no, it's okay. It's okay for me, you know, to have an episode like that, even if it was not what I was expecting for the end of the season. It's not perfect, clearly, and again, the main default is the fact that they are not subtle with stuff and that for some things they are not logical. It's clearly the same defaults that I'm seeing each time since the beginning of this season. Their main defaults is to have good ideas but to not know how to do them, and because of that they are not subtle or they are not logical, and sometimes it can ruin totally an episode, and sometimes it's okay, like it's not bothering me that much. Right there it's the case, it's not bothering me that much. But see, it's still the same defaults. Oh, they have to work on it. But I'm saying that since seasons now. Let's go for the next episode for you, with a new outfit. I'm here for Fear the Walking Dead, come on. And for a baby episode, normally we're gonna have Maddison with her daughter or not? That's the question.
What are you doing here?
Pregnant?
Well, my name is Morgan. This is my daughter, Mo.
Take that little girl and get as far away from here as you can.
Tata, pay attention. She means that it's dangerous around there. And not only for the dead, you know, like they are everywhere. Why? Yeah?
There's no place for kids.
She needs you and I need you.
She's coming.
Don't steer. Honey. Evening.
She don't belong to you. Just like all the others did.
Others, what of them?
The kids you took.
Please. Please.
You saying that you can't?
Lord, thank you for saving my life.
I'm not here to save you.
Maddison.
I'm not gonna let you take it.
She's better off with me than you.
Stop.
We knew that Maddison would be back, but into an episode like that, into the last episode of the season and only with Morgan?
You're late.
About to do it. Getting the process done.
You hungry, baby girl?
And you have everything for babies, you know, for kids right there, which means that, yes, you took the other babies, the other kids.
Made a big mistake.
Not as big as the one you made when you took my daughter.
Yes, you did that, Maddison. It seems that you did it a lot.
Yeah? That's what you call the kids that you steal?
Not stealing, rescuing.
Careful.
I'll do what you ask. You have to hold up your end of the deal.
The only reason you're still breathing is because of us.
What is that part of the deal?
Maddison.
Not anymore.
And what does that mean?
They took her.
She's already rescued. The people came sooner than expected.
You left her all alone during entire minutes, hours.
Get off me. Let me go.
Oh, dear God. Mason Clark.
Huh?
Kids, Tony.
You're full of shit.
No, you died. That's what they said, and I saw the stadium.
They're alive?
One.
I will tell you everything I know in exchange for my daughter.
There's only one way Padre's ever gonna give her back to you.
Padre be interested in somebody who's pregnant.
Maybe.
Because that woman you were talking to on the walkie is pregnant and she's not doing so good.
Nick and Alicia
I
were
told
there
you.
too.
I'm not telling you anything more about that.
When she's
But our
gonna know
family
about
got
Nick.
worse than this.
It's not the answer, it's the problem. That's what Padres figured out. That's why what they're building is different.
You're the woman who-
What?
How can you do this to people?
Get used to it.
On our diary, you know, it was 700, something like that, so more than 1 year, 2 years.
One time isn't enough. We're gonna need you to keep doing it.
She's not pregnant. She never was. Why? To get me to take you to Padre? Is that what you thought would happen?
Is that true?
She took my daughter.
You found that way to join her.
She was 6. Her name was Odessa.
Find a way to get me to my kid.
Oh yes,
You'll never know where your children are.
I don't want to find them.
because you don't like what you became,
And we had a deal.
feeling guilty of it.
Get what I wanted from you. It was her. You might not want to see your kids. I don't think you want them to die. Just tell him where they are.
She's right. This is not going to work.
Why not?
Because they're already dead.
Not Alicia.
You know, Nick got shot. Victor, Alicia, Luciana, we were all there when it happened. We buried him ourselves. She got bit by a boy not so long ago. She took her own arm off. She was close to the end.
But she didn't reach it.
What were they doing when they died?
Helping people.
Nick was going through a bad patch when I met him, but he was making the first steps towards something better, you know, and that's when it happened.
Alicia, how did she get bit?
She survived the explosion. She helped me, my little girl, and some people that we cared about escape the fallout. And like I said, she fought the infection for as long as she could. Couldn't still be out there.
She is.
Those are bad bites.
She does.
She was different, we know that.
You rescued more children than any other collector. We'll help you find yours now.
That was the first deal.
No. Padre played me from the start.
Hmm.
Made me do things I didn't want to, so when I could finally get them back, I'd say no.
Are you still taking kids for Padre?
Because I knew what they'd do if I walked away.
What?
They'd find Nick and Alicia.
At the end, it was not to find them anymore, it was to protect them. They would have killed you, they wouldn't have searched for your kids to kill them in front of you.
Why would I do that? We're going to surprise your friends, beat them, and tell us where our kids are.
Where Padre is.
The problem? This is not going to get our kids back. This is going to get everybody killed.
Hmm. No.
Odessa lost us the day before Maddison. Promise I find it and I get it back to you.
You're gonna die, Ava is gonna take that thing and at some point he's gonna find your daughter. How many, Maddison? Really?
You know, when I met your parents, I was in a place not too different to where you are now. I wanted to get away from everything and everybody. They were a big part of it. Things started turning around for me. So in a way, I kind of owe you. No one's gone until they're gone. She said that was something you used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've done, I am.
It's
Oh no.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
I'm gone, Morgan. I'm gone, but you're not. I'll help you get to your daughter. I'll help you show Padre they're wrong.
Oh no! Cherry. Cherry is pregnant.
Pregnant woman. I can tell you more, but you gotta let me go with you. Get in.
I'm gonna give Cherry.
Where is Audrey?
You're meaning to tell you.
It's a boat, no?
I don't know.
Or, you know, a platform on the sea, something like that. That's gonna be the end? That was a good episode. Clearly not what I expected, but that was a good episode. We knew that Maddison would be back during this episode, like they promoted that first part of the season saying that she would be back. I didn't watch trailers or sneak peeks, you know, to avoid spoilers about when, how she would be back. Waiting for her all of the season to be back, I knew that she would be back during this final episode. So I was not surprised to see her coming like that. I'm totally surprised by what she became. How we left her. Okay, she has some defaults, but to become that person, that collector who can steal kids from their parents, they're explaining that by saying that she did it because she made a deal with Padre, I'm gonna collect kids for you, and because of that, at some point you're gonna help me to search for my kids. At the end, she was so traumatized by what she was forced to do to collect these kids that she didn't want to meet her kids again because, you know, of what she became. Like, she felt guilty about it and she didn't want them to know what she did. Okay. The fact that she continued to do it no matter what because she thought that they would go after her kids to kill them, like that, for that it doesn't make sense for me. Because if you are an organization like Padre, like they are presenting that organization, and all of what they said, they don't know where her children are. You have someone, you know, you have someone working for you who is not doing her job anymore, you don't need her anymore, she's useless, they're gonna kill her. They're not gonna go on missions which can be dangerous and you can lose people during the process and all, to find her kids, to kill them in front of her, and after that to do what with her? To kill her also? Like, it doesn't make sense at all. Her kids were never in danger. I have trouble to think that Maddison, we know that she's clever, she could have continued, you know, to steal these kids because of that, because she really believed that they could do that. So that's why, you know, it's not logical for a character to believe so. It's not logical for this organization to offer that. So for me, it's more something that the writers made and which was not logical, more than the character being unlogical. So I'm okay for all of that story around her, you know, around Maddison, except for the end of the process of her becoming a collector for good. So she was okay to help Morgan to have information about her kids, her learning that they're dead. Nick is dead, okay, but Alicia is not. I'm glad that after that, you know, they're coming back to that. Morgan is implying that maybe Alicia is still alive. She's not gonna believe Maddison that really Alicia is dead for sure, there is no hope. No, she's still gonna have a little of hope, like Morgan can have a little of hope and all. But learning that her kids died, she was okay to give up and to die also, because that's it, she didn't have to protect them anymore. I'm really not sure that, yes, you know, that is making sense. That idea, you know, of Padre not being good guys, but being people who are okay to collect kids because it's a good way to do it, because it's not great, you know, to organize stuff as families, parents with kids and all. It's awful, it's truly awful, but it's a good idea, you know, to not make them the good guys, but to say that they are bad guys in fact, and right there what they are doing, it's so wrong. To present them as people who are thinking really like that. You're doing that for what? Because you know that people, you know, families, they're gonna want to protect each other, so they're not gonna accept rules and stuff, like not everything. Do you understand what I mean? They really want to cut all of the links, the familiar links between people, to be sure that everyone is gonna work for Padre, everyone is gonna obey. Maybe it's something like that behind it. This idea, you know, collecting kids and Padre doing it, Padre is not a good organization. I think that it's a good idea, because during all of this time they were searching for Padre as the place, you know, to go, somewhere where you can be safe, somewhere with good people living into it, and also it's great to already present Padre as not a good place. At least not with good people. Ava, I knew that she would die. I really think that we're gonna have something about, you know, the little frog, like one of the kids that you're gonna meet, Morgan, during the next season is gonna play with it and you're gonna know that it's Odessa, like, come on. That was great also to have Ava, you know, that little reveal about Ava who is not doing that to get her baby safe, but really to, in fact, get her baby back. So now at the end we have Maddison and Morgan going with the Padre guys, going not to Padre. I don't think that they're gonna go to Padre, not yet. I think that first you're gonna go with these Padre guys to get Cherry, the pregnant woman. So we're gonna have our guys on this raft meeting Maddison and the Padre guys. Maddison, you're gonna meet everyone again. But yes, you're gonna say that you left Alicia right there all alone. You know, it's gonna take time to resolve that situation about these Padre guys who are right there to get Cherry. We're gonna have fights or stuff like that. We're gonna have the reunions, the explanations. It's gonna take time. Alicia, during that time, she's all alone near to the tower doing her own stuff. At some point, you know, we need to get her back with the group, or the group to get back with her. I don't know in which order. I can imagine, you know, already that during the next season, Alicia, she's gonna do her stuff on her own. And it's really only at the end of the season, or at the end of the first part of the season, that they're gonna discover that Alicia is still alive. And after that second part of the season, it's gonna be Maddison and Alicia, you know, when they're gonna meet, when they're gonna be reunited, when maybe Alicia is gonna learn that her mom is still alive. You know, it can be into that sense. First part of the next season, Maddison discovering that Alicia is alive. Second part of the season, Alicia discovering that Maddison is alive. Maybe a reunion at the end, maybe not. Maybe, you know, that as a cliffhanger for the end of the season. Like, with the rhythm of this show, which is a little slow, like that's it, we can say it. I can already picture something like that. But at least Maddison is back, and is back for good, and she's with Morgan, so to have these two characters together, living adventures together, and then they're gonna be connected with the rest of the group because of Cherry and all, that's really cool. I was afraid, you know, that they would make her come back and then disappear again for some episodes. Like for Alicia, they are doing that a lot with Alicia's character. It's a character who is coming back for 1 or 2 episodes and then she's leaving. We don't see her for 5 episodes and then she's coming back. I have the impression that right there they are not gonna do that with Maddison, and it's cool. And they gave her also, you know, to Maddison, that new thing about her character, the fact that she has trouble to breathe. I think that it can be cool also, not only because it's gonna create issues and all, but because it's logical with how she disappeared. It's giving something else, you know, to her character. But you know what she did? I hope that the writers, they are really gonna work with that for the next season. I mean, to be a collector like that, we didn't see all of the kids that she took, but obviously she took a lot of them. So I really hope that we're gonna see that she's traumatized by what she did, that she's gonna be haunted by that, it's gonna create some trauma for her and all. Because right there, they made a little scene during this episode with Morgan telling her that's okay and all, like reassuring her. No, I hope that you're not gonna evacuate, you know, that question and her feeling guilty about it just like that so easily. That's clearly awful what she did to these kids, to these parents, but also for what it can represent to her character, herself, a mother who was separated from her kids and all. You know, the symbolic of that also, it has to be really meaningful for her, so it has to have consequences for her character, for the development of her character, for her mental health, you know, stuff like that. This episode was really about parents and kids, you know. Morgan trying to save Mo, Ava who wants to save Odessa, or at least to have her back. Maddison who did all of that for her kids, but after that who continued it according to her also for her kids. And also Padre who doesn't approve for parents and kids to stay together. That was a good subject for this episode, for this final episode. They could have gone deeper with that, real deeper conversations between Morgan and Maddison. They didn't say enough. Maybe it's because of Maddison's character and the fact that she was so cold, so blocked, that she was hiding something. I think that it can be because of that, and for that maybe I don't want to blame the writers, because if you are considering that your character is like that, you can't go that deep in fact with your character, because she wouldn't go, you know, into that intimate discussion. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. For Fear the Walking Dead, I think that it's all, you know, for this season 7, so I would see you for the next season of Fear the Walking Dead, or maybe if you want for the rest of the last season, the final season of The Walking Dead that we're gonna discover soon. That's gonna be something, you know, to say goodbye to The Walking Dead. If you didn't know it, I reacted to the last seasons of The Walking Dead, if you can be intrigued by that. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.